Fantastic, and welcome everybody. My name is Tracy Dewar, and I happen to be very privileged to be head of sales of Australia Down Under for Youngevity. And tonight we are doing our Youngevity checkup, which is one of my favorite series to do because it gives us the opportunity to have a different topic. And it's usually a checkup from Dr. Wallach message and mission that we all have. And tonight is about a spring detox. And we have a very special guest here tonight, which is Carolyn Thomas. Hi, Caroline.
Hey.
We're happy to have you here. As I said, we've done this a couple of times. You are really taken on board doing liver detox and the difference it makes. And you have a little bit of a following going on, and you have people that actually have some testimonies. And so we're going to share a couple of those here tonight as well. So we've put together a little presentation here for everybody. So what I thought we would do first of all is to get started and just introduce Caroline and tell us that, Caroline, where do you come from? What got you involved in Youngevity? And what the heck are you doing, girl?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. So I'm Caroline. I'm from the UK originally, and I was introduced to Youngevity in 2018 through Nature Direct. And I'm just going to open up this little thing here. So my daughter was 7 and my son was 10 at the time. I'd always been interested in low tox living and had been aware of holistic health even as I was growing up. I was the beauty without cruelty girl, the girl at uni who was vegetarian and against fox hunting, which is a thing in the UK. I grew up seeking natural alternatives for health away from the usual medical model because I'd seen how a reliance on medications had impacted my mum's health, and I didn't want that for me or my children. But I hadn't fully embraced a holistic health lifestyle. So through Youngevity, I was introduced to Dr. Wallach and his mission of better health, and I started taking the 90 essential nutrients. But admittedly, I wasn't consistent. But around about the same time, I started an 8-week fitness challenge, and I added the Healthy Body weight loss pack to my daily regime. And to my total surprise, I lost 4.8 kilos in body fat, and I won the challenge. So I knew there must be something good about the products which I was taking, because I certainly wasn't fitter than the other ladies in the challenge. So yeah, that was a complete surprise. But even though I was going to the gym 4 times a week and I was eating the right things, or so I thought, I couldn't make any further significant changes. And then 2020 hit. And I was at home, out of my usual routine. The gyms were closed, and I was eating and drinking more, and I felt stressed. And I started seeing testimonies from people who had done the liver detox. But so by now I was very much involved in Youngevity and had begun the Holistic Health Coaching course. And I thought this might be something I could do. And if it worked, I can tell my clients about it and they would benefit from it too, because pretty much the things that the testimonies and the stories I was hearing were a lot of the things that people come to me about, and also the things that I was feeling as well. So I decided to go all in. I made myself accountable. I told my friends, a family, and so I couldn't back out. And from the first week, I began noticing huge changes, basically, to my health. And I had a red rash on my body that I'd had before, and I couldn't shift it. There was, I was trying to change diet and everything. And during the detox, that disappeared, and that's never come back. I had more energy. I was still working. I started running most days, even during the detox. I had more focus. The brain fog I'd had before had gone, and I was happy. So my relationships with everyone improved because my mood had lifted, and I honestly felt unstoppable, and it powered me on to get through it. And by the end of the detox, I'd released, don't usually say what I'd done because I think everyone's different, but I think for the benefits of this call, I just wanted to mention these because the figures for me were just amazing, because I'd spent quite a few years fluctuating with weight and hadn't been able to shift 1 or 2 kilos over about 5 or 6 years. So I lost around about nearly 10 kilos, which is about 21 pounds, 12 centimeters off my waist, and about 7.5 off my hips. And another amazing thing it did was it broke the food associations I'd had before. So I didn't need those 2 cups of coffee. I wasn't instinctively reaching for snacks from from the fridge throughout the day. And it just made so many significant changes for me. And there's a video that I did after I finished my first one, and I was just on this high, and I just loved the feeling. And obviously I just wanted to share that with people. So you can do it once or twice a week, and I just love how it makes you feel. It's my go-to program to reset. So it allows me to live my life, do the things that I'm going to do, eat and drink the way that I'm going to do. It's not going to say that I'm going to be sort of this complete angel throughout the year, but I know that when I need to pause and pull myself back from whatever distractions are going on, it's there for me.
Yes, fantastic. And it's interesting what you got to go through to get that discipline. It's a bit of fix and adjust along the way, but once you know how good you feel, you don't want to go back, and it's easy to slip. It's kind of like the frog in boiling water. If you throw a frog in boiling water, he's going to jump out. It's awful. But if you just kind of put him in warm water and you slowly turn it up, he's never going to jump out. He's just going to slowly cook himself to death. And that's what more and more people today are doing to themselves. And so now you've been on this journey quite some time, and so it's not just been a one-off. You've been consistent. You've actually put your whole branding and business around this topic, and becoming an expert on it. So I believe, tell us more. You got some people as lives you've influenced.
I have.
So why don't you talk about now that you've led from the front?
Yeah.
And now you have a following of people that are, taking your steps and have some results. So tell us more about that.
I do. I have 2 amazing friends who are online with me at the moment. And so I have Imogen and Karina. So they've done the detox before, and they're about to start again with me. We're going to do another one very soon. Oh, Karina's done 2. Yay, that's right. And so is Imogen. Oh my gosh, look at this. Bad coach. But so we're basically in the same boat, and we've all had obviously different experiences, and they very kindly said that they would jump on and give me some feedback. So I don't know who wants to go first. Maybe we'll start with Imogen.
There you go, Imogen.
Yes, hi everyone. So yeah, I've known Karoline a long time, but we probably haven't spoken sort of that much. But she got in touch around this detox. I'm from the UK as well, and similar to Karoline, I guess I've got 2 kids and never really sort of fluctuated with my weight a lot. Not really had any success with dieting. Not a lot of discipline. And certainly 2020 and 2021, as a lot of us have found, working from home, it was hard to not snack and reach into the fridge when you've working constantly from your desk. So although I try and sort of walk a lot, I don't do a lot of other sort of high impact exercise. So I just really wasn't shifting any weight, and I think I without even noticing in 2020 got up to the biggest highest weight that I'd ever been, and really not feeling great. Back pain, no sort of core strength. I've got 2 kids as well, and having had 2 cesareans, there's not a lot of core strength there at all. So I think I was just at a state where I was so needed to do something. And that's obviously when Karoline and I spoke. And I found the first time really a lot easier than the second, actually. I think I was just in the right mindset in that I just absolutely needed to do something. And although it was hard, it wasn't hard to give up alcohol. It was harder to give up coffee, to be honest. I'm very much a coffee first thing in the morning, and I think that was probably the hardest bit to give up. But I found I was really very strict and very disciplined, and I found I was excited about sort of the weigh in every morning and being able to quite easily follow the steps. And even though with a family of 4, I still have to sort of, I guess, do some of the cooking, I actually found that bit quite therapeutic as well. Even though I wasn't eating in the evening, I found it quite therapeutic to be able to cook for my family, but just not eat what they were eating. But I thought that would be quite hard, but it wasn't. I actually found that quite good to actually, still be part of the family routine, but actually step away and just sort of have my own food that I was eating or not eating in the evenings. And I did also lose 10 kilos both times. So I found the first time I did it, I lost 10 kilos, felt fantastic. I finished just before Christmas, which was probably a hard thing to do because I think I put most of it back on during Christmas. But the second time I hadn't quite got back up to that original weight. So it was a step further. So it was another 10 kilos off, off that. So, and that was in the March, and found it harder. I did have a couple of days of cheats where I was very disciplined in the first one, but still did lose 10 kilos. And unashamedly, it was all about losing weight for me. But I did find, the other benefits, that my skin was better, my hair was better. I had so much more energy. I think I've had the best sort of year in terms of, although I've been at home from a work point of view, I felt really switched on and really sort of focused and it without sort of knowing it's got all those other benefits as well. So really excited to start it again.
Wow, fantastic. And you're just looking at you on the camera, your skin looks like it's even glowing, like your skin looks beautiful. And like, it's interesting, the benefits that come with losing a bit of weight, but the big benefit is what you did for your liver. That's really the big benefit, and it's like, we all have a car and we know we get that car serviced. If we don't actually get the car serviced, our car does break down. And doing a liver cleanse is like the oil change, and because it does, we stop performing at our peak and our best when our oil needs to be changed. And that is really what a liver cleanse does for you, is it's that car service that you're servicing your body. So what a gift you've done. Well done. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Caroline, did you want to introduce Karina?
Yes, so Karina, again, is a friend of ours. Or a friend of mine. I met Karina. Sorry, I should have introduced Imogen a little bit better there, but you did a fantastic job, Imogen. So Karina, I met through Nature Direct, and she was a customer, and we've just continued our contacts. And when obviously I moved over to Youngevity and we started doing, she saw these changes in the detox, I presented that to her, and Karina was just like, yeah, let's do this. And she just jumped in. It was fantastic. And I love it. I love watching her. She's very determined as well. So yeah, take it away, Karina. Let's hear. I'd love to hear your feedback.
Hi everyone. I can't really say much more than what Imogen said, because I 100% agree with what she just said. Everything I want to say is like what she said. So I've done the liver cleanse once and I did lose 8 kilos. But I did do similar to what she said, like occasionally after the 2 weeks I did have one wine here and there, but it was like, I was very like, I guess one here and there is good, not like 2 or 3, which is what I'm used to. So I was quite disciplined. But I do feel that like now I'm determined to do it again, because obviously I did my first one last November, like November last year. So now it's like almost a year later, and I feel like over the lockdown, with bottle shops still being open and gyms closed, I'm like, oh my God, I need to do this again. And yeah, and I know exactly what Imogen's saying, and Caroline as well, like that you feel so much better. Like, it's so hard the first 2 days. That's what I hated the most. Like, you have breakfast the first day and then you can't eat for like 40 hours. So you feel like it's like a 40-hour famine. And you're like, how did I do that? I don't know how. And then you start eating just lunch. You can't have breakfast or dinner for 2 weeks, but you just get this ray of energy somehow. You just feel good, and no coffee, no alcohol, nothing. And you just look at yourself and you go, oh my God, I actually look good too. And I feel good. How is this possible? But the first 2 days are the worst, I must admit. So I'm happy that we're starting it on a Tuesday, Wednesday, which is my days off from work. And then, yeah, after like a week, I felt great. 2 weeks, I felt even better. And then 3rd week and 4th week, it was easy. It was so easy. It was like, oh, great. I can eat breakfast and lunch. And by dinner, you don't care. You have a shake and you're like, oh, that was great. I'm happy. I don't need dinner. Yeah. And then after the 30 days, I looked at the scales and I was like, wow, that really does show. And I didn't really have to do a lot of gym work, like I didn't really do anything. I walked the dog a few times, but it was just, you could see the difference. And if I had put in some gym work as well, I reckon I would have lost maybe double, but I'm not, that's just a guess. But yeah, so this time round I will be sort of doing some steps and taking the dogs, because better weather as well. And like the first lockdown, everyone was a bit more scared than what they are now. It's like, I'm just going for a walk around the block, who cares? But I was a bit like, oh my God, what if I get the virus? Well, I already had it. But yeah, so like, no, it's all good. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to this time even more.
Well, we really look forward to seeing the results. I hope that Carolyn will be able to share it in our group, if that's okay. We'll be following your journey.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. It's going to be so much fun. And it's funny what, as Karina said, it's one of those things that you look back and you think, how did I get through that? Or how did I get through those days? And the body is an amazing thing. You function, it just works. It's a very special thing. You have that energy, even though you're eating less, and you get through it. And you look at the plan first of all and you think, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do that, but you do. Your body just does it, and it's just amazing. So yeah, you think about all the things that you used to eat before, and then what you manage over the 30 days, even though you're still eating. I mean, it makes, we are eating. It's not like a fasting for 30 days, but you eat less and you think, maybe I didn't need to eat as much as I used to eat all that time, so it does make you think about things in food in a different way, for sure.
And
there's only one more
fast.
thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tracy. Yeah, just the liver detox, like the second day, I should say, when you have to drink that liquid, or the first day and the second day, the night and the morning, that, what is it? I can't remember. The prep, liver prep. That was, I couldn't stomach that on the 3rd and 4th time. The first 2 was like, ooh, and then the 3rd and 4th was horrible. But with my friend, like, because I could stomach the one at 10 o'clock at night, the other one, I could take that quite easily. Yeah. Sorry, my daughter's behind me. But yeah, my friend could easily drink the liver prep, but she hated the 10 p.m. drink. I thought that was easy, that 10 p.m. one.
Yeah.
I found that the liver prep with organic apple juice was bearable, but with water, awful the second time. Yeah. So I'm definitely going the organic apple juice way this time.
Definitely.
And the prep is only for the first 2 days, right?
That's right.
Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly. Excellent. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Imogen and Karina. We really appreciate your feedback and testimony. And I know Caroline and I here put together a little bit of a presentation for you. So if you just give me 1 second.
Absolutely. Actually, I've just remembered, I've got another friend of mine. She did it with her husband, and unfortunately she couldn't be on today. But she sent some feedback from her and her husband, and she said that they both, now this is the last time they've done it, they're actually doing it again at the moment, even though they only did it a little while ago. So because they just loved it. But we both also now have a resting heart rate, which is 10 BPM lower than when we started. And her husband sent some feedback as well. His benefits were lost weight, heaps more energy, depression gone, anxiety reduced, positive outlook, the feeling that I feel like myself again, asthma medication halved, symptoms almost gone, and work performance increased. So
Wow.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Wow, that is great. Do you have on your website a place where you shared these testimonies as well, Caroline?
I have put a few up on Instagram. So yeah, and I do occasionally on my business page as well. So yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, let's get to work on here what we've got to share with everybody here. So just give me a second. And I think it's this one. And let's get to the beginning. Oh, no, we don't need a new slide. Here we go. All right, so this is what we've put together on our Youngevity checkup. Well, the liver is a marvelous organ that performs many functions. And just to let you know that when your liver actually becomes overburdened due to chronic exposure of toxins via the environment, your diet, maybe recreational drugs, pharmaceuticals, smoking, alcohol, lack of sleep, even poor stress management, those are just a few. It also will impact many other systems and your organs in your body, resulting not only in liver damage, but various symptoms. And judging by some of these positive results, you could see the symptoms that they were having. But I'm just going to quickly go through some of these symptoms. I actually have 18, but weight gain clearly was being one. Fluid buildup in the belly or the actual abdomen, bruising easily, painful gallstones, chronic itching. Isn't that interesting? You were talking about the rash you had, Caroline, and that is a sign your organs aren't performing at its best either. Just even the yellowing of skin and eyes, kidney failure, muscle loss. Some said loss of appetite, but yet you're putting on weight. Unsightly skin conditions, liver spots, spider-like veins in the skin, low energy, mental confusion as toxins build up in the blood. Like, just think about how many people feel they have brain fog. That in itself, I would say, would be in the top 5 of reasons why people go to the doctor. Just feeling that fatigue, feeling that, brain fog. But a weakened immune system, which more than ever before, we need a strong immune system. The fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and just, again, a poor functioning immune system. So I don't know about you, but just who do you know that has any of those kind of symptoms right there? So as Caroline was showing the benefits of doing this detox, and you've got to hear these fantastic, testimonies, but just even hearing the fact of, having the more energy and less cravings and the clearer skin, those were the added benefits, to this. So Caroline, this is you, girl. This is your actual results and testimony. Look at that slim, sexy babe right there.
Look at that. So absolutely. So January 2020, that was before I'd started anything. So that was me going to the gym, eating what I thought was healthily and doing all the right things. And then that was my after picture on my first detox. So that was, I just finished, and then the last was my second detox. And I was doing my detox at the time. So that was when I was going through my second. So, you can see, you can see from that, I'm not sort of, I've got no energy, I can't do anything. You're still out there, still able to function, and just feeling on top of the world. So.
Wow. So I see the first one you did last June, and then the next one was pretty much 9 months later.
Mm-hmm.
And then now 6 months.
Yes, now I'm going to do another one. So you can do it, I say, once or twice a year. A lot of people just do it once a year, but twice a year is fine as well. And if you've got any particular medical conditions, then obviously speak to your doctor beforehand. But there's good reasoning for doing this at least once a year. Excellent.
So tell us more about what's in this liver system here. Explain through these bottles here.
Okay, so this is the actual detox system. So it's true to life. And when you get the program, when you get the kit, this will be the items that you need to do the day 1 and day 2. And then obviously you would use the True Cleanse, the cleanse sticks, and the True Zymes, which are your enzymes. You would use those throughout the 30 days. So what Karina was talking about, you've got the liver prep. So what you would do on day one,
which is the yellow bottle.
Yeah. So that is, you prepare that before. So you have a light, so a low fat breakfast in the morning, a light lunch, and then from 2 o'clock you stop eating and drinking. So no fluids, no food from 2, and then you prepare your prep. So which is the as you say, the yellow bottle. You add that with water or organic apple juice, as Imogen said, which is a great tip, and you put that in the fridge ready for 6 o'clock, and then you take so much of that, the liver prep, and then at 8 o'clock you take more of the liver prep, the same amount, and then at 10 o'clock you have the liver clean, which is the orange bottle, and that's your main liver flush. And these are all natural products. There's there's a specific blend of there's like vitamin C and that kind of thing in there, so there's nothing synthetic in there at all. So this helps to flush everything out of your liver. And so from 10 o'clock, once you've had your liver clean, then you basically go to bed straight away and you lay down on your right side. So from there on, that's when your liver starts to cleanse and remove the toxins. Some people find that from the moment they start taking the prep, that's when their liver starts purging. And that's why it's always good for, say, day 1 and day 2 to sort of be around, be at home, where you're not going to be disturbed, basically. And then the wake up, depending on how many movements you've had during the night, then you would continue to take the rest of the prep. So you can take up to 2 more of the servings of the liver prep, which is the yellow. And each day, from day 1, you take an enzyme in the morning, and then you take an enzyme in the afternoon as well. And they are probiotic. They're digestive, and they basically have got all the enzymes in there to help to speed up metabolism and to work within the system. They are amazing. So
your break down the food.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do so many other things. So there's, as well as digestive, they're metabolic as well. So there's a lot of things going on in those enzymes, and you take 2 of those a day throughout the whole 30 days. And
that's the blue bottle.
That's the blue bottle, yeah. And they will help for inflammation in the body as well. So any sort of scar tissue, any inflammation, that's kind of working on that area as well. So there's a lot going on in those enzymes, and they're really, people can take those throughout, even after the detox as well. So they're very good. Your cleanse sticks are you'll take those at various points throughout the 30 days, and they are a proprietary blend of, say, probiotics and that kind of thing. And they basically are, sometimes you'll be fasting with those. So on day 7 and 8, they will be your food for the day 7 and 8. So that's your liquid food, and you'll be fasting. And but by day 7 and 8, I don't know if anyone else, like Imogen and Karina, can attest to this, that usually you see it on the plan and you think, I'm not going to get through that, but actually you do get through it. It's by then your blood sugar levels have kind of leveled out, and your cravings have sort of started to subside, and you really do get through those days. So, and they again will help to make you feel full and get you through that. So that's your main kit, I guess, for the liver kit. But there are other things that you can have as well as to enable you to do that, which you have your meal replacement shake. Thanks, Tracy. There. So, which if you are doing it, you want to lose weight, you can do a protein shake for your breakfast and your lunch. Your dinner and your lunch. So if you don't want to lose weight, you don't have to take a protein shake. You can just calorie control meals. So it's entirely up to you. It works to what your goals are at the end of the day. So majority of people they want to do with a shake. So you have a protein shake. And I always say, if you can continue to take some kind of mineral supplement, or your 90, if you take the 90 essential nutrients, then continue with those. You can take your supplements from day 3. and all of the other supplements that you would usually take. And I would say definitely having some kind of mineral intake like the BTT will help give you that edge, because your cravings, a lot of the time when we're hungry, it's not necessarily that we're craving calories, it's because we're mineral deficient. So by making sure that we've still got those nutrients inside, it certainly helps me get through that 30 days. And I've seen people do it without, and I've seen people do it with, and I know that it works a lot better with some kind of mineral supplement there.
Fantastic. And just a couple points I want to make, just actually going back to this true cleanse. As you were saying, it not only helps cleanse the body, but it actually puts nutrients, antioxidants into the lining, into your gut, into your bowel lining. Because yes, it's important to eliminate, but when you eliminate, you also lose the good stuff. So I know that this kit was created and formulated specifically. Anybody who has a life-threatening, I guess, challenge or symptoms that have, really the doctors have kind of pushed them over the edge, that they life-changing, recommended that by this specific cleanse is just something to get your body regulated and to support your body and readjust, the support that you need. So I just know some, fantastic testimonies in that. And that shake is loaded with collagen as well as a bone broth in there. So this one really separates it from the rest is the bone broth and the high ORAC score that it actually does. Again, fighting free radicals, which I think is really fantastic for the fact that you're doing the liver cleanse and supporting your body like it is. So I think it's great in that. So about this one, this is a little added one. Again, we talk about the importance of elimination and eliminating some things. Tell us about this one.
The Detox Tea, this is an add-on, but definitely something that I would recommend getting. You have that various times throughout the night, throughout the program. You have it at night before bed. And again, it works to eliminate and detox. And people have this once they finish the detox as well. So this is something that is available to people anyway. And it has various herbs in there and again, natural ingredients, but it definitely works. So, I usually find about 3 o'clock in the morning without kind of, you're sort of waking up and you think, oh my gosh, but it's the next day, it definitely gets things moving and sort of starts to eliminate. So I find that the longer you leave the tea bag in, the stronger the tea is. So some people, and I know that I think Karina said that, you do half and half, don't you? I think she's sort of, you've even share with your partner as well, don't you? Because it is strong.
He steals it all and then I have to buy more, and he's right in front of me now. Go away.
It's definitely one that I keep in my, it's kind of like my Sunday ritual is this, and I actually like to use the True Cleanse as well, a couple times a month as well. So it's just, again, part of lifelong program, just again knowing when to tweak yourself. But that's excellent. So tell us about this. Okay, so what do you, I guess you really kind of talked about what to expect, but if you want to just maybe a little bit more detail here.
Yeah, sure. So as I said about the day 1 and day 2 and what to do on day 1, and there's videos as well, guys. So anyone who wants to do this, there are videos to show what you need to do. There's a plan inside the kit as well with your day-to-day. It's got pictures about how you set up, how you prepare the prep and everything. So it's really easy to follow. You know exactly what you're doing on every day. It will tell you what you're doing on every day. So there's suggested foods there as well, things to avoid, and that, so it really, there's help there in that so you're not out there on your own. And then just to trust the fact that, to trust the process, really, your body will go through its natural detoxing process. People are different, so your detox will be completely different to mine, and some people may start feeling it from the moment they take the prep. Some people start feeling it from day 2. Some people don't even get anything for the first 7 days, nothing. It depends on how, I suppose, impacted and their digestion is, and how their liver is as well, the health of their liver. So everyone is different. So there's ways of making things work if you're not having the I suppose the the things that you expected to happen. As I say, it's your body and we can work around that as well. So always increase your water intake, double it as much as you can, especially from day 2, because you're flushing out. Take your 90 essential nutrients and take those minerals for sure. You'll continue exercising, working, doing all the things you do normally. I know a lot of people say, I can't do a detox, I need to work, I won't have the energy. It's like, it's completely, that's not true at all. And just basically trust the process. It is not an overnight cleanse. People think I'll just do the cleanse, the prep and the clean, and I do it for the night. But it's not. It's 30 days for a reason. You need those 30 days for your body to continuously flush out those toxins so that you don't reabsorb them into your body.
Well done. Excellent. And so then in final,
so yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in doing this, then obviously contact the person who invited you to this call and get your detox kit ordered. Choose a date when you want to start. Make yourself accountable. Tell people about what you're doing so you don't kind of back out. Prepare your pantry. Make sure that if you need to get someone to hide anything, then do that, and make sure you've not got those temptations there. Read the instructions for day 1 and 2 so you're prepared, and take photos and measurements beforehand. So important, because a lot of people forget to do that. They only do the after photos and they haven't got that kind of I suppose that process. Exactly, and they regret doing that. I did a video diary on my second detox, and that was really interesting as well. As you can see, sort of the change, I think, in me throughout that.
It was definitely inspiring for sure in that. And so anyway, as we like to share, the Doc Wallach way, the Youngevity life definitely is the best life, and the lives that have changed by those of you that have just said yes to trying new things, to starting with something and being connected to a community like this, and the support and the encouragement is so there. It's wonderful, between what we do with our Youngevity checkup, what Jeanette Anderson and Kevin Grundy do with the, Ask the naturopath, and then connected to our global partners up in the US. There's Dr. Conaway. She's always got something going on. We got Doc Wallach on our Saturday, every second Saturday call. So this Saturday is Doc Wallach, 1 o'clock Sydney time. And so you can continually learn. The Wholistic Health Coaching course, somebody just really wants to dive in and get in the nitty gritty of understanding not only our product lines, but how you can really help and support people out there. So it's really up to you. We know the products work. We know that these programs work. All you have to decide is if you're willing to work. And sometimes it just starts by doing a good old detox. Somebody's there. I think, I just heard some feedback there. Okay, so as we wrap this up, Caroline, was there anything else you'd like to share with everybody in closing of this fantastic call?
I just want to say thank you so much to Imogen and Karina for jumping on board. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your support as well. So you are both fantastic. So thank you, and thank you, Tracy, and everyone for joining and putting this together. It's been great. Really appreciate it.
And before we finish off, did anybody want to just say what they really got out of the call, or what was really fantastic, or what steps they might be taking? And Jeanette, were you just saying something?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to thank really the generosity that Caroline always offers to actually give information. I've got other people who have joined the program, Gracie, for example. Can I just ask a question, Caroline? What if somebody's actually already taken the 90? When they start the detox, do they actually stop taking it for those 2 days, the first 2 days?
Yeah, just for the first day 1 and day 2, and then restart on day 3. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been invaluable. And the very first time I saw you after your first detox, I nearly fell backwards. It was unbelievable. You're a different person. Your whole store had disappeared. And then a couple of weeks ago, I saw Gracie for the first time, I don't know which, between lockdowns, and her face was different. She'd also lost hair, middle. And it was just lovely to see what she'd achieved. And I'm looking forward to seeing Anna, who's also her cousin, who did the liver cleanse as well. But it was so noticeable. It's when you don't see people that you really, really pick it up.
Fantastic.
I
And
noticed
see
it too.
Gracie's on the call here. Did
What's
she
that,
want to
Karina?
say anything or share anything with regards to
She may be-
the liver detox?
Gracie, you there?
Tracy, yeah, it was well worth doing. I'm eager to do it again, actually, but I think it's too soon. I would love to do it again, but I think I need to wait at least 6 months.
Well,
And the
anything,
next time I
Gracie, you
do it, I
just-
know what to expect.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say, what you can do is you just don't do the day 1 and 2, the liver prep. If you really feel you want to continue the weight loss journey part of it and the cleansing, is you just don't do the 1 and 2 day, like the liver prep, but you can still do the cleanse and the shake and the enzymes with the supported tea.
Oh, that's a good idea. And also, thank you, Caroline. She did give me support. I did reach out to her the first few days because it was all brand new, and she was a wealth of knowledge. So she, thank you. You really helped out, and definitely we'll be doing this again. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Gracie.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well,
and Karina,
Caroline?
Karina, I think, did you want to say something?
I was going to say, when I saw you at DFO that day,
Oh, yes.
I was like, wow, what happened to you? But yeah, I lost 8 kilos too. So I was happy. But yeah, as I said, the whole lockdown, it's like, oh, I've got to lose that 8 kilos plus another 8,
Yeah,
Hopefully
we'll
this
do
time.
it. We'll do it, Karina. We're, as I say, we're doing it in a group, and we've got the support there. There's a nice group of us doing it,
And I know what to expect now too.
Exactly.
Like the first 2 days are the hardest, but after that, it's not that bad. It's actually quite.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad at all. It was
it's
easier.
routine, doesn't it? Yeah,
Just
exactly.
the first 2 days when you don't eat
Yeah,
after lunch, and it's like, you got to take the liver prep and then the liver cleanse, and then after that you're like, oh, I really want to eat, and then you finally get to eat and you're like, oh, that's good.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
it's fine after that. It's just like, it's easy.
It gets there. So, and
The rest.
thanks for that,
So
Gracie.
Caroline, tell us when you're doing your next cleanse.
Yeah. So we are starting next Tuesday. We're starting on the 26th. Oh my gosh. So so we're looking forward to it. I am so ready for this, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to get into it. So there's about 6 of us doing it. So it'll be good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
really looking forward
there's 3 kinds of people. There's people who make things happen. There's going to be people who are going to just watch things happen. And then there's going to be people who wonder what the heck happened. So it's good to see there are people here on the call making things happen. Some may just have to watch at first, but then they'll go out and make things happen. So you guys are your best at advertisement. You're a walking billboard. We appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for sharing. We'll get the recording out in the next couple of days. You'll have this PowerPoint so anybody can share it, and let the journey continue. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining
Thanks
us.
so much, girls. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Caroline.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
good.
I loved